What's going on, beautiful people? I know, I'm a little bit late, but I had to feed the children, had to make dinner. But we're here now. It's the pregame live stream. Bulls face the Wizards tonight. It's going down. Can they get back? Look, I got to rephrase that, right? Because we can no longer ask, can they get back on track? Can they find a track, right? Can they get back to anything positive? Can the Bulls do that type of thing? We'll find out all about that and more. Talk about it on today's pregame show. But you know what we got to do? We got to roll that beautiful intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, y'all. We back. Listen, there's a reason. You guys know, on game days, I wear Bulls merch. I got a ton of Bulls tees, hats, sweaters, long sleeve. Like I got Bulls everything, right? I'm not wearing anything Bulls relating to the Bulls get a solid victory, a handed victory. So I'm not doing it today. I'm not putting on a Bulls cap. I'm not putting on red and black. I'm not doing none of that shit until the Bulls play consistent. They don't deserve me to wear their merch. So, you know, I'm a lifelong Bulls fan. I'm a ride or die Bulls fan. But listen, something got to give. And right now, what's about to give is me wearing Bulls merch every goddamn game day because they need to step up. So we'll see what happens. But let's go ahead. The one thing that I want to see with this team is consistent effort, right? Consistent effort. I want to see this team play better. I want to see this team go to Vooch in the fourth quarter, the third and fourth quarters in the second half. I want to see this team play Patrick Williams more minutes to tell us what the fuck's going on. I want to see Derek Jones Jr. get minutes when Coby White is playing like dog shit. All these things we need to see. And we'll see if they can start that trend for that tonight against the Washington Wizards. I'm not wearing Bulls merch. Hey, listen, it's blackout. It's blackout on Bulls merch. Join me if you want to. I'm not wearing any Bulls merch until this team gets their shit together. So until then, I'm the flannel god. I'm the Black Winchester. Anyone who gets that joke, what the Black Winchester means, put the comment down below. I may have to give you a little something. But that's it. No more Bulls merch for me until the Bulls get their shit together. Period. And I'm not wearing any Bears merch until I know what the fuck that team's going to look like. I put too much money in the Chicago teams for the results that I'm seeing from them. I give my life, my sweat, and my blood, and my tears to this damn team covering this. You know, today marks in 8 months, right? 8 months that I've been doing this channel, I have 250 episodes. There's not many people there's more episodes of Chicago Bulls Central than days that the Chicago Bulls Central podcast has been available. I'm not wearing no more Bulls merch until they get the shit together. I'm not doing it. It's blackout. Not doing it. But all right, let's go ahead and get into the comments, see what you beautiful people got for me today. Pablo in the building. He says, yo, what's good, Haize? What's good, Pablo? The white Bulls are making my blood pressure go crazy. I feel you, bro. I had a doctor's appointment today. Not looking good. What's up, Haize? What's going on, Brian the Had to be dad real quick. Brian the Tryhard, Bulls better win today. Smear 60 says he's in traffic. Haize, I strongly believe the Bulls can get back on track. They have a good team. The only thing I question is the lack of adjustments, but otherwise, yes, that's why I'm frustrated, right? Let me be clear in this. If the Bulls had a terrible team or even a bad team, I would not be mad that they've lost the games that they lost. Wouldn't be. You couldn't be. Like, if I would have had this channel last season, I would not have been as upset as I am with losses this year. This Bulls roster is talented as shit. And so when they don't play up to that talent level, there's more frustration from me. Absolutely. This is a must. I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. Damn, I guess that's to me not wearing any Bulls merch. D-Bow, the Black Panther. Hey, man, what's going on, brother? Glad to have you here as well, brother. You always drop that knowledge. I'm with you, dog. Got a bunch of Bulls gear for my birthday. I don't even want to wear it. Listen, I have years worth of Bulls merch. Like, I have an NBA Jam t-shirt that I literally have had since the 90s, right? Since the 90s, my Bulls merch days goes deep. And I can't bring I ironed it. I ironed my t-shirt, the Bench Mob one, and I was going to wear it today. And I looked at it and I was like, you know what? They don't deserve. I can't do it. I can't do it. Bro, we just need one good win of these teams coming up, like Boston, the Suns, Miami, and it can get their ass going. Defense, man. Listen. What they said about Alonzo Ball. We may see an Alonzo Ball appearance by one of those games. Definitely, maybe by the last game of the season. But the Bulls definitely need to get one of those games. D-Bow says the 4-guard lineup is bullshit. Listen, I'm starting to agree with you there. Let me not say I'm starting to agree with you. I absolutely agree with you there. I'm watching you on my 75-inch TV, but I feel you on the mini merch boycott. I got to, man. I had to do it. August is the first one that gets it. Supernatural. Yes, that's definitely Supernatural. One of the best written shows on TV. The first 5 seasons of Supernatural are the best overarching story in all of television. Now they fell off in like the 6th and 7th season, then they regained it, but Supernatural is a great show overall. The Bulls are not that good. Vooch is weak and scared about. No, that's stupid. You're an idiot. Sorry, no, that's not true. Let's go ahead and move on. If BD plays P. Will and TT less than 14, listen, that's wild, man. What a shame. I love those hats. I can't do it. I cannot do it. My soul could not do it. Bisley Game, and I damn near took off my Bulls gear after that speech. Hey, man, listen, I can't. I can't bring myself to do it right now. What's good? What are you looking for tonight? I'm looking for effort. Consistent effort, not that spurt shit. I'm looking for their words to match their actions. They got a lot of great thoughts, ideas after games. Billy Donovan, goddamn, if you listen to Billy Donovan after a game, you would think this motherfucker is Phil Jackson. But during the game, you don't see those same adjustments. He identifies everything wrong with this team after the game. Then we get into the next game and we do the same fucking mistakes that he just said we didn't need to do. So we need to see the actions follow those words. What do you think of the Bulls giving away those cheap-ass free throws? It definitely is a mentality thing. Massive Bulls fan. Yo, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for coming here. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Vincent Harris says, today is my first time watching the Chicago Bulls game this month because of work. Well, hopefully, maybe you're what we've been missing. Haize, it's up to you, but I have mod on the Windy City Breeze channel. If you need some help, I can do it, Haize. Man, let's talk. I got some really good mods here, but listen, we can never hurt to have more. So, good question from Twins on Controller. Says, yo, did Lonzo have a setback on his injury? PS, love the content. So he did have an initial setback. They shut him down for 10 days because he did have a setback. His body wasn't responding, but then they came out with an update yesterday saying that he's now going to be reevaluated between day 7 and day 10. Yesterday was day 7, so that puts Thursday, day 10. So that means that within the time between now and Thursday's game, that they're going to reevaluate him. And usually with the way that the Bulls have used the term reevaluate, it means that is a return date. Basically, they just want to see if it happens. And not return necessarily to games, but maybe it's a return to contact practice. If he's reevaluated, let's say day 9, day 10, and they say, hey, yeah, you can come back to practice. You're going to be cleared for contact practice. Then it may mean that he has some practices over the weekend. And then I think we have a game Monday. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And then maybe he may be back by that game Monday of next week if I'm not wrong on the schedule. Let me take a look real quick. So we have a game Tuesday. So if he's cleared by Thursday, he probably not going to play Saturday in Miami, but he'll probably play with the team Saturday, play with the team Friday, and then play with the team Monday. And then usually when somebody's cleared for contact on the Chicago Bulls, they're usually available by the next game or a game afterwards. So be on the lookout for that. Jake says, my mom watches zero basketball. Asked me what's the point of getting P. Will back if he isn't playing minutes. Even she knows he needs to play. And it's the conversation around it that's confusing, right? It's because Billy Donovan says he needs to get his game legs under him. He needs to, all that. But then you don't play him. His minutes have actually ramped down. He came back playing 19 minutes in the first game, 18 minutes in the next game, and they've gone down every game after that. That's not ramping somebody up. That's not getting somebody to come back and ready to play. Silk Ron asks, What do you think about Pat playing small? Not on this team. It's not going to happen on this team. Now with DeMar on it, he played small forward for us last year. He's going to play 4 as long as DeMar's on this roster, and maybe going forward depending on how he responds to playing the 4. So, I like Patrick Williams. I like Patrick Williams a lot. I think he can do a lot of good things for this team. I think one of the things that makes Patrick Williams a good player is his versatility. He can play the 3, he can play the 4, so that leaves you some freedom on how you build the team, how else you build the team, and what other type of positions you go for. Patrick Williams isn't one of those players, at least not shown so far, that you have to have like a specific type of players around him. He's adaptable. He's only 20 years old. He should be. So, I think he can play the small forward. I just don't think that that's going to be as long as DeMar's on this team and starting. Billy Donovan's gum finna be another night of me getting. First of all, the way that you guys hop on these Avies and these profiles is hilarious, man. Massive Bulls fan says, I spent $1K to go to a Bulls game, about to see if I can cancel it. Woo! That's a lot to go to a Bulls. I'm trying to think what's the most I spent on a Bulls game. Considering travel, because travel, hotel, actual tickets, I've probably spent about $500-$600 on complete to be able to attend a Bulls game. So yeah, I mean that's crazy. Those seats must be amazing though. Pablo says, I want to see people starting tonight because I think the Bulls bench can roll through the majority of the benches in the NBA, but Billy doesn't seem to make the right decisions sometimes. So keep in mind, the Bulls bench you remember when the Bulls bench was scoring, right? And even with that, they still were 29th in the league in scoring, but they were getting those easy transition buckets. And that's because it was the defense first mindset. And a lot of that was led by Alex Caruso leading that bench unit. Io as well, when he was more defensive focused and, they weren't really quite trusting Io's offense at that point. Yeah, but this team absolutely has enough to have a dangerous bench, but they just need to get it together. Brandon Peck, what's up, Haize? What's going on, Brandon? Jay Lara says, what up, Haize? Do you think we finally see Derrick Jones Jr.? I really don't know what's going on with Derrick Jones Jr. I don't. I don't. If they just need to tell us if it's the hand, right? So then we can know. They need to tell us, but yeah, I don't know, man. What's up, Haize? What's going on, Zach? Hey, Haize, do you think that Vooch can play power forward? Ooh. I would say no, because Vooch has sucked from the 3 this year. So stretch power forward, no. And I don't think he has the lateral quickness to bang with a lot of 4s in this league. Hell, he doesn't have the lateral quickness for some 5s in this league. I think a younger Vooch could, and I think did play some power forward. But Vooch at this point of his career, I don't think that he can play power forward. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Marcus Couch. Wait, they switched on me. What ceiling did you have the Bulls in November and December? I had them, I think 52 wins was my highest pick there. Maybe I had got up to 55 at the most hype I was over this team. But I think that's the higher. Coming into the season, I said 45 wins, and that's not to just make myself seem like a prophet, but I didn't know what this team would look like defensively. But then after everything shook out, I think I moved it up between 52 and 55 wins. Marcus Couch, what's up, Haize? Great to see you again. What's going on, brother? Thank you for joining again. Hopefully you have fun here tonight. It's like you're happy for the first and second quarter, and I stopped watching 5 minutes later down by 20. Oh, man. Like, I made myself some popcorn. So I do this. I'd always do a halftime hangout when I can, and I think I came from the halftime hangout. I started the game back, I think, not the last game. It was one game this season, and the Bulls are up by like maybe 5 or 6. By the time I came back with my popcorn and my drink, the Bulls were down by like 12. I was like, what the fuck happened? Jake says, I'm in college, so luckily I used the student discount to spend only $25 to watch the Bulls lose, laughing my ass off. Well, at least you're not out a lot of money, man. Pablo in the building, but mainly the Bulls bench players bring the energy, spark, and the defensive versatility, which we saw in action at the beginning of the season. You are absolutely right, brother. Absolutely right. Have you ever been to Goodwill? Only when I see Ryan Poles shop for free agents for the Chicago Bears have I ever been to Goodwill. Reginald Short, is Marco a center or power forward in the NBA? I think the story remains to be out on that. It depends on how much muscle and body mass can he add? How versatile is he after he adds that, right? Because Marco, while not, he's not Embiid out there. He can put the ball on the floor in certain stretches. how much of that versatility, how much of that quickness does he maintain when he adds that NBA weight, I think will determine that. I'm leaning more towards him being a 5 long-term in the NBA. But it could be it really just depends to see how his body responds to adding muscle, adding mass. Is it lean muscle? Is he more bulky when he does it? Those are going to be the things that ultimately I think determine that in the long run. Alana's in the building. Hey, y'all, not watching the game today, but hopefully I'll be here for the post game. Well, shout out to you, Alana, because we thought we weren't going to see you anymore. So shout out to you, and still prayers up to you and strength up to you as you get ready for basic training. You from Chicago, bro? My dad was born and raised in Chicago. My parents were in the military, so I've lived in Italy, Germany, Tennessee, St. Louis, here in Columbus. Spent little time in Atlanta. So I've really lived all over the place most of my life. So I'm not really from anywhere per se, but yeah. So my attachment to Chicago teams come from being my son's father and him being from Chicago. So Chris is in the building. He says we need to bring the energy. Absolutely. Bulls W equals extra long post game live. I don't do super long post game lives anymore. Like when I first started doing post games, keep in mind I wasn't doing halftime hangouts then, and I wasn't doing pre-shows. When I initially started going live, I asked if you guys would rather me do pre-shows, rather me do halftimes, or rather me do posts. Everybody voted on posts. So for a long time, I was only doing post game lives, and those were getting like 1 hour and 45, 2 hours, things like that. But then since I've added to doing all three, I do a pregame, a halftime hangout, and a post game all live. The live streams usually are about 1 hour. I try to keep them about 1 hour, hour 15. But then we usually also go live on Locked On Bulls afterwards. So basically I still do extra long lives. It's just now split up between the two. Do you think teams are going to be calling to get Green from us? His stats doesn't show it, but I can. Oh, no, absolutely. Keep in mind, Derek Jones Jr. is another only 22, 23-year-old player on this team. He's an unrestricted free agent. He still has a lot of potential. Keep in mind, Derek Jones Jr. is so young that he still can add a lot of things to his game. And Derek Jones Jr. is another one of those players that he played the 2-3 initially, especially when he was in Portland. And now he's played mainly 4 or 5 here. I think if you give Derek Jones Jr. off season of saying, hey, Derek, you're a 4. We need you to put on weight. Focus on putting on weight this season because he's really thin, and you're going to be our 4. You're going to be our nimble, jumping out the gym, shot blocking 4 from now on. I think he can do it. The only issue is what money does he get over the course of the offseason? There are going to be teams that offer him stuff. Or maybe does he just listen to the Bulls and want to come back because he loves it here and wants to run it back with his team? Maybe he signs a 1-year deal with a 1-year player option that's a 2-year deal but with an option. There's a lot of different avenues that it can go. It really just comes down to what money he's offered out on the open market. But best believe there are going to be some teams that are highly interested in Derek Jones Jr. Pablo says BD is not starting P. Will. I wish I could say that I'm surprised. Not even surprised by that at all. Back when I was in Bull Central Discord, that would happen to me, Haize. I would be in the message chat with the Bull Central community during halftime. I would go to the grocery store. That's 1 of 2, 2 of 2. And when I'd get back home, we would be down 15, even though we won the first half. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's up, hey? Sorry I'm late. I had to get the workout, then trying to get these legs strong. Shout out, hey, prayers up to you, power to you, all positive vibes sent to you. Listen, I got to work out too. I'm a fat fuck. So I know that's not you. I'm not saying you are because you're not. But yeah, so power to you. Hey, and hats off to you for getting in the gym and knowing what needs to get done, man. And so yeah, all strength and power to you, brother. Torian with the update. Kuzma is out, right? Let's see. I honestly have not looked at Washington's injury report, which is something I usually do before heading into a game, but I'm so frustrated with this Bulls team that I haven't. Let's take a look. So this should be updated considering the game's in like 20 minutes. Kuzma is out tonight. Yeah. Bradley Beal is also, well, we knew Bradley Beal. I'm tripping. We knew Bradley Beal was out. So yeah. We'll see. Let's see. I missed something that I know I wanted to go over. Lana, I was doing my laundry earlier and thought about how crazy it actually is that DeMar went on a 6-game win streak without Zach, Javonte, Caruso, Ball, and P. Will. Now we can barely win now with everyone. It's wild, right? It's really wild. Juan Miller in the building says, because I'm a loyal diehard fan, I'm watching the game, but if they lose, I really can't see myself watch. It's one of those things. I watched every game. I watched every game during the Baby Bulls era. I watched every game that I was available. So I'm always going to watch. But listen, no hat, so I can't throw it. No Bulls merch, so I can't throw that. I'm really coming into this game. I'm probably at my lowest of lows spirit-wise when it comes to the Bulls, but you'll never know it because I'm still that much of a fan. But listen, I'm at my wits end. Also, I appreciate it, Haize. I'm gonna be here on Thursday too, but that's the last stream I'll be in. Well, you already know we support you. I think you should start. I can't do that. I've told you guys, like, I'm a massive Bulls fan. I know you're new here. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But outside of that, I cannot do live calls. Shout out to Pat over at Windy City Breeze. Shout out to BKR Sports. Everyone who does live calls. I can't do it. I don't have the temperament for it. Literally watching Bulls games, even when, and this isn't because the Bulls have been losing. The Bulls can be up by 20. They can go on a 4-0 run, or the other team can go on a 5-0 run, and I'm literally cussing my ass off, and they'll still be up by 15 points. So I don't have the temperament for it. I just don't. I'm not saying that I won't ever do it, but if I do get there, it's going to take all the strength of the Lord to keep me from to make it an entertaining show. I don't know how entertaining it's going to be for me to just be watching me yell about the Bulls and the other teams really only scored 4 points. So yeah. This is the question we all want to know, Tyler. Is, as you say that you want a player to get their legs under them, as you say that you're ramping them up, as you say that all these things and their minutes are going down, it just doesn't make sense. We haven't been given any reason. But yeah, man, it's really frustrating. You're going to Will Smith Billy? Juan said he's going to Will Smith Billy if P. Will only gets 13 minutes, and I support that. I got your bail money, bro. I got your bail money. It looks like the lack of motivation is 75% of the problem. I don't understand how the Bulls can look so flat this close to the playoff. That's the $1 million question, brother. That is really the $1 million question. To think it's kind of strange how Derrick Jones Jr. and Javonte Green were just shoe-ins when we traded for them, and then they become very pointed, especially Javonte. I don't know anybody on the Bulls team when we got Javonte Green that were excited or even mentioned Javonte really as being a part of that trade. It was always Tice, right? And Javonte he's the one that stuck around. He's the one that just look at everything. Like, Javonte is amazing. I love Javonte Green, but keep in mind, unless the Bulls do have the green light to go into the tax, it's going to be very, very hard for the Bulls to keep Javonte Green, because I'm telling you, a contender is coming and probably offering Javonte Green a full mid-level exception. And Javonte is more likely to take it. He doesn't have any ties to Chicago. He's already 28 years old. He's never going to get another payday by the end of next offseason when he's a free agent. He'll be 29. So you got to think, if a championship team is looking at Javonte as the piece that they need for the playoffs, right, that defensive transition player, and they say, hey, we're going to give you the full mid-level exception. Not saying the Bulls may not offer the same things very well, but he may take the money. So, yeah, I love Javonte Green, though. Julie is in the building. Julie is here. Julia says, hey, Haize and chat. What's going on, Julia? Barry with the facts here. The Bulls have been pretty inconsistent the last couple of months, but it's a refreshing change compared to my football team in the UK. First of all, you didn't spell it football, which you should have. Secondly, who's your team? Let me know who your team is. Jahari says, first time being in the live. Normally I work a dope vibe and setup you got. Thank you, brother. This is it tries to just be laid back. And one of my lights is out. Usually I'm more well lit than this, but one of my lights is out. I didn't feel like charging it. It is what it is, man. You guys can still see me. Ricky Fontaine, you ugly motherfucker you. I can't stand your ass. Like that's hey, so anyone who's new here, when I insult Ricky, it's terms of endearment. That's our brothership. That's my dude. So please don't think, oh, he's just in here roasting his supporters. No, Ricky's my guy. And then Paul George is back in the lineup. Yeah, we faced the Clips. I know we have a game against the Clippers coming up. Is that our next game after this one? Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, it is. So Thursday we face the Clippers. Woo! Now if Patrick Williams is not starting when we face the Clippers, or Derrick Jones Jr. or somebody, if they try to do that 4-guard rotation against the Clippers, I'm going to lose my holy crap in that pregame show. Random role player of the day. You know what? That I should make that a poll and do some giveaways for it. What random role player has a career night against the Bulls tonight? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. So is Denny playing today? I know he's not a role player, but he could very well go off against the Bulls tonight. My pick is Denny. You know what? Fuck it. Fucking Sato may have a career night against the Bulls tonight. Like that would be bananas if Sato had a career night. Maurice Jeffries, what up, Haize? Would you say Billy Donovan is still learning as an NBA coach, and do he still a lot to? Ooh, no, I don't think he's learning anymore. I think Billy Donovan is who he is at this point. I think that Billy Donovan is a coach that builds his system around the players rather than have them fit into a system. So if the Bulls, because Billy Donovan's coming back next season, as much as like some Bulls fans don't want to see, he is coming back next season. So if the Bulls improve the bench and they get a lot of new players, the system is going to look different because that's what Billy does. He may already be playing, and maybe what we're seeing from Billy is that he does not want to change the system in the middle of the season. But I do expect Billy to change the system a lot in the offseason, not only because of new players, just because, listen, this whole simple offense is not going to work long term. Pablo Mata says, what if this is all cap and Billy is experimenting everything now, but come playoffs time, we see the best? It's possible. There have been teams that turn it on in the playoffs, period. Hell, the Bulls' first title season, not to say that they sucked during the season or anything, we saw like this, with their record going into that season was like they had like 45, 46 wins. So it's possible, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Would you be okay having Jones as the starting power forward and Pat providing a spark off the bench while Green? No, this is why not, right? I would have Pat in there because he is better defensively. And I think Derrick Jones Jr. is more of a Swiss Army knife. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he can stretch the floor when needed. He gets out in transition. He provides that spark, that shot blocking at times. So I would more so bring Derrick Jones Jr. off the bench. And Javon, I've always said this. Anybody who's watched my channel long enough will tell you that I've been saying this for a while. I think that Javonte Green is going to be more dangerous coming off the bench for the Chicago Bulls. And the reason why I think so is that when you look at Javonte's skill set, the fact that he's all energy, the fact that he can get hot sometimes and hit that three outside of what's just his normal clip, Javonte is almost a perfect bench player in many ways. So I definitely think and would like to see Javonte Green come off the bench more so than anybody, because I think that Javonte could do some great work for the Bulls off the bench. So yeah, I agree with the second half of that. The other half, I would more so like to see Derrick Jones Jr. come off the bench, and I would like to see Patrick Williams come off the bench. Long term, right? Right now, they're both coming off the bench. But long term, definitely more of a Derrick Jones Jr. thing, and that's especially if he comes back here next season. So let's see if that happens. I am Hold on, give me 1 second. And just like that, massive Bulls fan is a mod. You have to refresh. But yeah, once you said you and MC's my guy. So if MC rocks with you, I'll rock with you. So let's see what else we got. Have you ever seen a team regress this much over the course of this? Yes. Damn it. I had this before because this was actually a topic I was planning to do on Chicago Bulls Central. I have to go back to my list. But yeah, it's happened before. And this much though, I don't know, man. I don't know. Juan Miller says, "How was Mike's mom yesterday? You smashed him yesterday, bro." Hey, listen, I get busy, fam. These jokes, nobody can beat me on jokes. Yo, Haize, I want to hear you rage and curse during the game at least once. It'll happen. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to do a live stream at some point during the game, and it's going to be crazy. Cubbies, when a player comes back like Caruso, their motivation is so high for 3 games, and they just shoot random shots. Well, I think anytime a player has been out for a long time, especially when you look at the way that Caruso went down, the whole team is reinvigorated, right? Because they're happy for their guy. They're excited to get him back, but it usually comes back down to the medium eventually, so. Sorry for sending you so many voicemail, but it's just like I have a lot of interesting takes about a lot of things about the team. I think you might want to look at. Oh, no, bro, you're good. You're good. It's just like I said, send as many as you want. Just please don't be mad at them when I can't play them all on the voicemail episodes, because to play 4 voicemails from the same person when we got other ones, I just don't think it's fair. But no, never hesitate to send them in, Shay. And I'm gonna try to work them in. There was, like I said, the one that I played on the last episode was probably it was one of the best takes I've saw all season. I know you left me some new ones. I haven't got a chance to listen to them yet, but no, you got some good takes there, Shay. Like it's never think that I'm saying like your takes are shit, because that's just not the case. To start the season, everyone swore Troy would be getting Green's minutes, me included. Hey, listen, go and look at my second video I ever posted. I was in the comments arguing that Troy Brown Jr. could be an X factor for this team. How stupid! Like I'm never one to shy away from when I'm wrong. That was a stupid take. It came like they proved me stupid. So, NBA breakdown: did they just sign who to a contract? Clarify that for me in the comments, brother. Haize be like on a live call as fuck this. Oh yeah, bro. Like it's like I would literally like it'd be like, you bitch ass motherfucker. And you'd be like, Haize, like the Bulls are up by 26 points. They scored 4 points, bro. Calm down. Like listen, I get passionate when the game's on. Uh-oh. What J-Lar? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Haize, first of all, you calling me Hazy? Are you giving me a nickname? Is that what you're doing? No, just so you know, I'm not new. I just usually don't chat because I'm doing things the Windy City Breeze. Oh, well, I appreciate that. If you've always been supporting, I definitely appreciate that, bro. And listen, I just, I've been doing these live streams, and for the people who are always here, I feel like I know them. So when there's somebody, a new face in the comments, I always treat them like they're new. But if you've been here for a while, thank you for the continued support, brother. Haize, where should the Bulls look to improve their 3-point shooting? Draft? No, I would say free agency, because I think for the Bulls to improve their 3-point shooting and the bench, you want somebody who there's going to come in and play the role. You're going to know what they're going to do. You're not going to have to doubt their consistency. I think the free agency is going to be a lot of the ways that this team looks to improve this team, especially if they're trying to get to contending as soon as they can. So. I was just about to say, what if Sato goes off on us? I don't even know what it's about for us letting him go, but Sato has the potential to go off. That's for sure. First of all, shout out to everything Bulls. Shout out to you guys. I really, and this is heartfelt. Everything Bulls was one of the first Bulls channels that, when I came on the scene, started following me. I don't know if they ever reposted anything, but everything Bulls, shout out to you, fam. I'd be pressed if Sato has a crazy night tonight. You and me both, man, because I hate Sato. Massive Bulls fan says, I'm going to do live call soon. Hey, like I said, I just don't think I have the skill set for it. I think it's amazing that people can do that. I really do. I think it's amazing people who have the skill set to be entertaining while watching. Like, I could probably do live calls for a team that I'm not passionate about. Like, have me do a live call for the Knicks. It'll probably be one of the best live calls ever because I hate the Knicks, and I'll be able to focus on the basketball. When it's my team, I'm so emotionally invested in the Chicago Bulls that that's why you got the rant you got from me to start off last night's live stream, because I'm just so emotionally invested in this team. Haize, you're 100% right. Green off the bench is an instant energy boost for our team. Also, I feel like many teams underestimate what he brings to the table. We can use that against them. Absolutely. Javonte Green. Yeah, did I say Javonte? Javonte Green he's just amazing. Amazing. Malachi says, Haize, you're a Bulls fan that does not live in Chicago, so imagine living here while the Bulls are loose. Bro, I've been in Bulls games. Like, the way that the United Center is so excited coming into the game, and then while the Bulls are losing, then afterwards, like, literally it's like a black cloud over the whole downtown area of Chicago when it happens. So Chicago Bulls, who said I rock with massive Bulls fan, laugh my ass off. Now I'm playing, he cool. Everything Bulls says, just do a live stream for the last game. It'll probably end up being a key game. Oh, by the way, update. Thank you for mentioning that, Everything Bulls. So I know that I dropped the ball on us doing the live Zoom call during last night's game against the Knicks. So we're preparing the last game of the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to do that live Zoom call there. I got to get with Brandy. I got to get with J-Mac about it so we can schedule it and get it all done. But we are aiming for the very last game of the season as the Bulls prepare to head into the playoffs. We're going to do a live Zoom call with everyone who wants to join. I'm going to get with J-Mac so we can have as many people in it as we want to and need to. So that's tentative, not tentatively. We're making it happen the last game of the season. So they haven't announced the time of that game, but that's Sunday, April 10th. So be on the lookout for that. Sunday, April 10th. Because it's a West Coast game, it's probably going to be later. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But we're going to reschedule it to do it April 10th. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Unfortunately, my football team is oh shit. Okay, well, it's like being a Bears fan. So. My dumb mistake was asking if we should sign John Wall at the end of the offseason. I was a dumbass casual back then, bro. Listen. Oh, back when I was a kid, when I was my last casual days probably would have been when I was like 16, which was, I think, was that the Tracy McGrady season? I can't remember. But I used to say and injuries, right? But I literally used to say that Tracy McGrady was the next Scottie Pippen. I was young, super young, but nobody could have told me that Tracy McGrady was not going to be the next Scottie Pippen. Let's see. Steve-O Speak says, yo, my guy, how you been? Funny ass rant yesterday. All facts, though. Hey, y'all already know I go on rants here, man. You already know I go on rants. Stephen Gordon says, what up, Haize? What's going on, fam? K. Mitch, 41. I need two things tonight. Coby has to be mentally in the game or his minutes should be cut, and I have not seen too many fumble passes. They need to concentrate. I have seen too many fumble passes. They need to, yeah, for sure. Oh, my God. Ricky Fontaine doing a live call. Listen, y'all don't want that miscreant doing live calls, man. That's a damn, you don't want him to do that. I started my page at the start of the rebuild. I love supporting other Bulls creators. Keep up the work, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I know the tips off is in a few minutes. How good will Pip make this team now? Oh, championship. Game is starting. All right. We're gonna go ahead and end this. I love you guys. I will see you guys at halftime. Let's hope for a better game tonight for the Chicago Bulls. Let's put our energy into that. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys already know. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit that like button. I don't know how many likes we have, but it was over 100 of you guys in the damn pregame. Hit the like button before you leave. Hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed. If you think you're subscribed because I show up in your algorithms all the time, that's just because I post all the time. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let's help other people discover the channel. But go Bulls. Love you guys. See you guys at halftime. Peace, y'all.